Hey, what's up, guys? This is CCG Prime, day one of the seasonal progression series, where the goal is to reach max pin in 1 week, and I'm really hoping we can get that goal completed. So first off, I want to say that I ended up going with Mystic, and Mystic was my original main, and I love her playstyle, and she's one of the few classes where I love her Succession and Awakening. They're both very fun, but the main reason I picked her is because she is phenomenal at grinding PvE. So when we're grinding polys or something like that, she's going to do a fantastic job. ImPansy, another YouTuber, and he also streams on YouTube and Twitch, made a tier list, a PvE tier list with the max gear kept in mind for seasonal characters. And I'm going to show that right here, and I'm also going to link his channel in the description. He has a lot of videos that helped me quite a bit when I first started playing. So let's get straight into it. The first thing you should focus on is following the main quest to level 50 and upgrading all your Naru gear except your accessories to pin. If this season is similar to last season in regards to Naru gear, you can't exchange the accessories, but you can exchange pin Naru gear for Pry to Vala. After you finish the quest at the Catfish Camp, you can grind to 56 and get your Awakening weapon if your class has Awakening. This is a chart of areas that I would recommend grinding from 50 to 56. Catfish Camp, you want to stay there until you're 52, and then you want to try and move on to Polly's Forest if you have the AP for it until 55. If you don't have the AP for it, you can go to Naga's and try and grind there. And if you don't have the AP for that, you can also try Elric's Shrine and grind there until 54. Number 2, I've started off by grabbing my quest gear that I mentioned in my prep video. As of now, I'm going to follow the storyline until I reach level 49 or 50 and I get around 110 to 120 AP, so I can immediately do my weekly quest at Naga's. If I can get that weekly quest done today, I'll be able to do 2 weeklies in this week. Not this exact week, but in this, pretty much this week. And that will be huge considering my goal is to max out in 1 week. Aside from my quest gear, I've went ahead and got my Changa. I got a couple of Kron stones. This is actually all that I have right now. I spent about five or 6 hours with the loot scroll grinding for these lost crystals, so I went ahead and got those. I got some combat experience scrolls as well. I got some leftover juices that I had. I got a couple of 530 scrolls, and then I don't know where that came from. I haven't killed anything yet. As you can see, I'm level 1 with 0 experience, so I don't know where I picked that up. So we're gonna ditch that. But and then in my pearl inventory, I got some item collection scrolls and a couple of Elon's blessings. Now, I don't recommend using these until you're 60 or 61, but I went ahead and put them in my inventory early on anyway. Number 3, if you have a friend with a non-seasonal character that can power level you to 56 at Faddis or Polly's or somewhere higher and help you with your Awakening quest, you'll have a huge advantage over the general player base. At the moment, I don't have anyone, but that may change later. You can also apply to my guild, and all of us, myself included, will help you out. I'll give you the guild info at the end of the video. Number 4, the goal today is to hit 56, do my Awakening quest, hit 110 to 120 AP, and do the weekly at Naga's. It is a big goal that I'm trying to hit today, and hopefully we succeed in doing it. Number 5, real quick before I get into my side notes, if you're a new or returning player within your first 30 days, be sure to check out my free 900 million video. There's a link in the description for that as well. Let me get into some notes real quick. Note 1, be sure to talk to Fugger every day because he gives you free stuff and you can complete the 40-day challenge. The second note is there will be instances where I choose to spend a couple million silver to save time, for example using 1 or 2 Kron stones to upgrade Naru gear so I can get my Pry to Vala ASAP and move on to better spots versus waiting for more beginner blackstones. Using methods such as this is wildly frowned upon by the general player base, and you do not have to do this. However, considering my goal for this series, every single moment counts. The next note is my daily routine for making money while this season is happening is going to be master Imperial cooking crates, which will net me around 80 million profit. And aside from that, I will do Pillow Face scrolls for about an hour if the price is right. I can do 49 to 50 in an hour at 249 AP Kudum, 309 DP, Kron Meal, Villa Buff, and an Alk Stone, which will net me around 120 million profit. And a side note on that, if this video gets 25 likes, I'll break down scrolls for you, show you the actual profit. So we'll buy them, we'll make a spreadsheet, and I'll have a timer up the entire time. The way I tell if I'm going to run scrolls or not and exactly how many I'm gonna run is I look at the price of scroll written in an ancient language, and if the price of these, so let's say 1.38, if they're within 1 million of memory fragments, then I go ahead and do it. And it's going to be within 1 million of the going price. And by going price, I mean people buy hundreds, sometimes 1,000 of these at a time. So I would consider the going price probably this one here or this one right here. So that's what I mean when I say the going price. So right now they're looking really good. So I would do, on a normal day, I would do, you know, maybe an hour, so 50. But I would, if I could get enough pre-orders in, I would probably do this for a few hours today if I didn't have so much to already do. The next note is, since virtually nothing permanent but a horse can be purchased to help your seasonal progression, each time I get around 400 million total, I'm going to pre-order an outfit to break down for cron stones and save those for pen attempts. The last thing I do for money is I enhance. I save some money and build stacks to enhance for profit. However, while I'm building up seasonal, I don't suspect I'll be dumping a lot of money into this method of making silver. Okay, so I'm going to stop recording now and come back with anything interesting and the final result of the day. Okay, interesting thing number one that I did want to point out is I just killed Red Nose, so I've been playing for maybe about 20 minutes, and with the quest gear, my AP's already at 82. Okay, note number two, you can't exchange pin Naru gear for an awakening weapon, but I just found out once you complete your awakening quest, it gives you a pry awakening weapon that's Tuvala. The next note I wanted to point out is that you get your beginner stones for your Naru gear from opening up your leveling aid box, and I chose to put mine into my sub weapon and into my helmet. I don't have the armor yet, so just make sure you don't spend any of those on the Naru accessories. So another quick update, I did get all my Naru gear except for the accessories to pin, and when doing that, to go from Tet to pin, it's only 3 cron stones, so if you buy it from the blacksmith, it's 6 million. For me, since I'm on a time crunch, I consider that to be worth it. One thing you should keep in mind is through your season pass, you're gonna have to show the Black Spirit a Pry Naru ring. In order to do that, you have to complete a quest. I'm pretty sure the quest is called Looking for Adventurers, but complete Calpheon, and then he'll let you trade your beginner stones for Naru rings, and then you can make a pry. Once you make a pry, you show it to him. I couldn't do that originally because I threw all my Naru accessories away. So that's just something to keep in mind when you're dealing with your gear and whatnot. Okay, so the next update is I just finished the Medea questline, which means I have this Beyond the Limits quest to go see Fugar. So now I can trade in my pin Naru gear. I got a couple pieces that replaced my Naru gear, but now I can go trade in all my pin Naru gear for Pry Tuvala. I'm here at Fugar now, and I have all my Naru stuff that is pin, which is everything except the accessories, and now I can trade them in for Pry Tuvala. Now, just like for record's sake, I spent, oh man, I had track of it. It was either 28 or 29 cron stones to pin all of this. And now we're going to trade it in for our Pry Tuvala gear. Alright guys, so this wraps up day 1. We got Medea finished so we could trade in our Pin Naru gear for our Tuvala gear. And we hit 56, we did our awakening quest, we got halfway through our weekly. Tomorrow we will see what progress is made then, but for today we're at 189 AP, 210 DP, we have 1 try. I think tomorrow I'm gonna try and get everything to try except accessories. I'm trying to get all the gear to try or at least tet. But yeah, so stay tuned for day 2 and thanks for watching. One last thing I wanted to mention before I end the video is that the guild I am in is lifted, and if you apply, Khan or myself will accept you. And by following these videos you can easily max out your gear for seasonal and get help from everybody in the guild, myself included. And of course, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions about seasonal or any aspect of the game, just let me know and I'll either answer in the comments or I'll make an entirely separate video explaining the answer to whatever question that you have.